Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Decide a different need, I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. And people asked me today, was it going to be on camera for this show? And I said no, because your boy's in witness protection. And they said, well, what you mean? You in witness protection? What you mean? Well, I'll tell you what I mean. Right now, I'm beating somebody, and I know this dude is pissed. Right now, I'm beating somebody in Josie's league. I don't know if his score is going to hold. 174.88 to 73.16. That's a 100-point lead. Bruh, if this score holds, the greatest day of fantasy football ever in life for me. In life. I am in fear of my life because this dude might come after me from the embarrassment. He's going to have to ask all the questions. All of them. So, I'm coming from the Bat Cave. I don't know what the Bat Cave is. I'm not on camera tonight, but I conceal my identity. At least a little bit longer. And we're going to get on with the show. We got the whole crew with us tonight. I got my co-host Seven. I got John. I got Ambrose. I got Dan. I got everybody here. You know Dan happy as hell. He ain't got no choice but to be happy as hell. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and bring on my co-host. This man has forgotten more baseball than I ever know. Can't even watch baseball because I ain't got no damn MLB in my back cave. Let me go ahead and bring my man Seven on. Seven, what's up?
Man, that intro was so long, Kendrick Lamar is going to copyright it. Jesus Christ.
But he probably will, but he can't beat my score though. He can't beat my score.
Oh my God, man. Oh, Jesus.
It's like I had everybody like, this is the team I was telling you about. Anthony Richardson was on it. Oh my gosh. Everybody. 15, 20, 22. Cal Pitts was the worst at 11.
Dude, I started CMC. I started Christian McCaffrey.
I started in one league too. I did.
So that intro was longer than Aaron Rodgers' 2023 season. All right, Evan, I'm gonna give you this one, but you're a Niners fan, so you get shut the fuck up for the rest of the night. Because
oh man, what's up, man? I picked up Jordan Mason in a lot of teams, but my running backs were so good I didn't need to play him.
Dude, he's popping off right now. Respect to Jordan Mason. Those should be Christian McCaffrey's numbers. And I'm going to file an appeal with my fantasy league and see if I can get them to let me get Jordan Mason's numbers on my score this week.
There you go. There you go.
I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try.
Try it. Try it, damn it. Try it. All right. Let's go ahead and bring everyone else in first. From the original player versus team, let me bring my man John in. John, what's up?
What's up? What's happening?
Oh man,
isn't Ohio State a marching band school?
Yeah, they're pretty good at that too. Michigan
I
lost.
love that right there.
Ohio State won. I'm okay with that. Even though we ain't play no goddamn body, we won.
Take that win. Take that win.
Tell that shit to Notre Dame.
Take that win.
Didn't you
Florida
guys
State, my team, but I'm sorry ass quarterback.
NIU.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and bring in this man is the CEO of Walmart and Trailer Parks. He might be the greatest Nebraska Cornhusker apologist in the history of Nebraska Cornhuskers. Bring my man Dan. Bring my man Dan in. Dan, what's up?
That hat right there is just circa 1976, bro.
I'm gonna Stone Cold Stun.
Never even been worn, man.
That's the real fucking Cornhusker.
That's the real
Corn. Man, that's Herbie. That's Herbie.
The original
Cornhuskers originally were the Bug Eaters. We were the Nebraska Bug Eaters in the 1800s.
I wouldn't name my team after a bug eater.
Right? Kind of weird.
That's a fucking lizard or a frog.
Hey, Will, that intro was so long, Khloe Kardashian tried to sit on it.
Hey, I gotta be protected, man. I gotta be protected. I got to.
What's wrong with your face, Will?
And then to make it so bad. Guess whose league it is? Hey, Seven, guess whose league it is?
As you said, it was Josie's
league, yeah.
Are you beating Josie?
Yes. I'm not playing him. I'm playing some other guy.
Oh, okay.
But it's against his family. It's his family league.
Oh.
Well, are you not beating a girl right now?
And I went
it's kind of fucked up.
I won it last year. And they invited me back again.
Co-ed league.
Bruh. If I can get it a second time, and they got money on the line this time because it's a $20 buy-in. So everybody gotta give up 20 jelly beans.
Yeah.
Hey.
Can people in that league switch teams in the middle of the thing? I'm just gonna do. Yeah. See you guys later. I'm done.
12 minutes in. 12 minutes. We got 12 minutes.
That's not hard.
God damn it, Will.
All right. Your fault. It's all my fault. All right. And last certainly not least, let me bring in my man. Remember Ambrose in. Ambrose, what's going on?
Dan's hat looks like it's going to drink a 6-pack of PBR and beat his wife like a Street Fighter car. Also, Will, that intro, shorten it up. J.R.R. Tolkien woke up from the dead and told you to get to the fucking point.
Yeah, right? even Stephen King was like, get on with it.
Get on with it, man.
Like, Tarantino even said it needed editing.
Listen,
come on, man.
Listen. I had to give an explanation.
Because what are you studying a Greek mythology class?
Because people on my job watch this show, so I had to give an explanation.
So long, Jim Irsay tried to snort it.
You do realize though that they can still, you hiding your face doesn't mean anything. They can still find this show and comment.
I feel like I can still see your face. I connect the face with the voice. You know what I'm saying? Like Colin Cowherd. It looks like that voice comes out of that face.
Oh my goodness. All right. I do want to go ahead and get started with week 1 of the NFL. I want to bring up something first before we start talking about the games. I'm just going to go into it. I don't care what people say. In my humble opinion, this week Tom Brady was on color or was on the air doing color, I'm sorry. Tom sucked.
You know,
he sucked.
I didn't hear any of it actually.
I ain't hear me.
I will. I was forced.
The NFL, unfortunately, is my busy time for door dashing, so I can't hear color commentary. So I don't know how he sounded.
I will say this: he did get better in the second half, and you could tell he sounded nervous. He wasn't. Because I think one of the reasons why Romo's introduction, the first game he called, why it went so viral and everybody was talking about it, was Romo's delivery of his game knowledge was very confident. And
Romo a fucking psychic.
He was, and Brady has that knowledge. Brady knows the game. He's a student of the game, or he wouldn't have gotten 7 Super Bowls. He knew what he was looking at. He was just, I think the realization of setting in that he's on camera, his mic is on the entire time. It got to him. Honestly, I think Tom Brady sounded rattled. That's what it was. That's why I think people didn't realize it and he got so criticized, was because you don't hear Tom Brady rattled very much.
Does Brady know who he is? My question. Does Tom Brady know who he is?
As an announcer, no, he doesn't.
Well,
I think it's also, there's a learning curve. You got to give him more than one game.
It's like a new idea.
And it's also like, I'll equate it to this. Like when you look at NBA color commentary, Charles Barkley can do it. Shaquille O'Neal can do it. Eventually, when LeBron James decides to retire at age like 75 after his 8th kid enters the league, he'll be able to do it. Because they know you say what you will. But someone like Michael Jordan, who I equate to Tom Brady in the NBA, it's like the same type of ego.
Never did color commentary.
I don't think Michael Jordan would be able to do color commentary, and I don't think Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's in that kind of mindset. I don't think he can do it.
It's not fucking rocket science. It's not like he's fucking solving equations.
But the thing is, it is and it isn't, because you're presenting to laymen, and a lot of players can't do that.
You can see it on the fucking screen. Like if you're doing radio, it's harder. Like radio is way harder to do fucking play-by-play.
I mean, if it was easy,
I've done that before, and I can agree. I can agree to that statement. I've done radio play-by-play for a high school game.
If it was easy, we wouldn't say how much we hate Chris Collinsworth every year.
Right.
You see his son got a damn job?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, who the fuck invited you?
I swear, him and Skip Bayless are the
John,
lizard.
who did? John, whose son?
Him and Skip Bayless are the lizard people.
Collinsworth's son, got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll still contend.
He was at the game in Brazil.
Is better than Joe Theismann was.
Talking about Bronny and shit.
Okay, here's the thing that I will say to kind of what you were talking about with the way that he sees and explains the game. To Tom Brady's defense, and I'm going to say this because as much as I was admittedly ripping him yesterday, especially during the first half, like I said, he did get better in the second. He also was in the process of watching Dak Prescott, who we can all agree is shoddy at best, go up against Deshaun Watson, who was dog shit yesterday. And there was times when I was watching that game when Brady would start to talk and you could just hear like he's trying to not just say, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Right. Which was kind of what Ambrose
very well could be the case.
That could be.
He's trying to watch his language.
Yeah.
Not say the N-word.
If I'm the owner of the Browns right now, I'm going down to that locker room. I'm saying I will cover the legal fees, buy as many hookers as you want. Do whatever it takes to get your ass out on the field and throw some touchdowns.
Not about hookers, man.
Again, Tom Brady was not great yesterday, but I think it was more now he's in the situation. I really feel like if he had taken some time and done like more at the game or pre-game stuff last year instead of completely taking the year off, I think if he would have done some stuff and been in the environment more, I think he would have been far more comfortable, because Tom Brady doesn't have a lot of experience calling games or talking about the game in the way that he has to now. There's going to be time.
It's also he's color commentary, right?
Right.
So he's not in charge of his own crew.
No.
That's got to stick in his craw.
No, it shouldn't.
You don't mean the five of us don't have the ego he does.
How good
He's
was
used to
Brady?
being in charge.
So how good was Brady as a quarterback in the NFL in the year 2000?
In the year 2000?
Average at best?
Good enough to win a Super Bowl.
Mid in 2000. Mid.
No, that defense was good enough to win a Super Bowl.
The defense was good enough to win a championship. But Tom, mid.
Wait, 2000? 2000, the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Or 2000? No, 2001. Wait,
It was
2001. The Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was 2000.
2000 to 2001. So he started in 2000, correct? That would be his rookie year.
It was Rams, Ravens, Patriots.
To 2001 is what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
So 2002 was when Brady entered the league.
Yeah.
And Drew Bledsoe saved his ass in the AFC Championship game. Yes,
Brady had like 20 touchdowns and like 11 interceptions.
Right.
Respectable rookie stats.
Average, yeah, he was an average NFL quarterback. I mean,
Look at him. Baker Mayfield.
No, the only reason Brady has that ring in 2002 is because he got knocked out and Drew Bledsoe came in and saved his ass. He picked that Steelers team apart.
The other way around? The other way around.
What?
Bledsoe got hurt.
I'll give you
but in the AFC Championship game, Brady got hurt and Bledsoe came back in and picked that Steelers team apart.
Hey,
what do you say? I missed it.
He hasn't sounded that shaky since he saw Giselle with her trainer.
Wow.
Damn.
He's gonna get better. I think he has the ability to get better.
Yeah, he got time.
It was rough. It was
that bad?
I mean, on a scale,
it was terrible. I went back on YouTube and heard a lot of those clips, and it's like he was bad.
He sounded uncomfortable.
Is he just saying obvious shit? Is that what it is? Is he saying obvious shit like, "Oh, that was a good play"? It's like, thanks, Tom.
It was. I just said,
back to you, Tom.
That's like
I don't want to say anything because I didn't hear it. On a scale of like Dennis Miller to listenable.
Dude, Dennis Miller was awesome, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Dennis Miller was awesome.
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, he was probably like a 4. I think some people are judging him more harshly than that because they're trying to think since he's Tom Brady, he should be better than Romo on his debut. And I can kind of understand that, but at the same time, it's not fair to him, honestly.
Do you feel like he was being judgmental, more trying not to be very judgmental versus calling the game?
I think that was a small piece of it, but I think he sounded uncomfortable, and I think kind of what Dan said. He didn't know. He doesn't
equate what someone's done on the field to what someone can do in the booth.
Right.
That's like saying that Barry Sanders would be as good an announcer as Larry Zonka was. You can't.
Also,
you can't bring that scale in.
You got Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott playing quarterback, so that's like Tiger Woods doing a frisbee golf tournament, right? I mean, honestly.
You know what though? That's the one thing. And I was thinking about this earlier today at work. When you took the women from them, both Deshaun Watson and Tiger Woods died.
I don't know.
Deshaun Watson ended up on his back for the 10th time, and he said, "Is this what I've been doing to people? This sucks."
He never took the women from Tiger, by the way. Never took the women from Tiger. Tiger always had the women.
But I'm just saying when he got found out.
No, well,
he went downhill when he got found out. When he got busted,
he didn't stop.
Downhill, but yes, but Tiger's decline. I mean, the dude threw his back out having sex with like 26 women a day. So that's more what killed his golf game.
He wasn't just having affairs. He was making them women fall in love with him. Have you read those text messages, dude? These women are falling in love with Tiger, dude.
They were.
They are in it to win it, bro. Like they're like we don't even care that he's rich. Like we just like him as a person. And I'm like, this dude is dating 26 women at the same time, and all of them are in love with this motherfucker, dude. He's like, hey, it's Tiger. Hey, babe, it's Tiger.
We should write a comic book where Tiger Woods, Deshaun Watson, and Do-Rag Vince McMahon are a team of supervillains.
Hey, why are we even Tiger Deshaunding right now? Like I'm like, we can do that to Tiger. We can do that to Tiger.
See, the difference is Tiger was winning championships and everything.
Winning championships.
Don't get me
And
wrong.
these women were consensually having sex with him.
And Deshaun Watson was looking like a second coming of I don't know.
He's
When
just
he was with
springing
the
dick on
Texans,
people. You got
he
Deshaun
got
Watson
over to
springing dick.
he got over to the Browns and just automatically sucked.
I mean, I really
he kept
do.
getting hurt at that.
I
So
really
it's
do
just like,
think Cleveland is just for football. Cleveland is just cursed. I don't know what it is. I think they're just a cursed team because you either go there and your career dies, or you leave and you become a Hall of Famer.
I think Watson had more of a trigger to be more spontaneous in that offense than he does in Kevin Stefanski's system, where you have to be a little bit more disciplined within there, because you saw what happened with Joe Flacco.
he was spontaneous when he was getting his back rub.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yes,
That too.
Springing consent.
Listen, here's the thing. I watched that game. Deshaun Watson had no fucking protection yesterday. It was god awful. That line was dog shit.
I'm having trouble not making a joke now too.
Well, from what I hear, he doesn't like protection at all.
Clearly. But like that offensive line, that offensive line was trying to let Deshaun Watson get beat for all of those things he did to those women. That's exactly what happened yesterday. It was like Orlando Brown was every position on that. Orlando Brown Jr.
Damn, don't do Orlando like that, man. Don't do Orlando like that.
No, it was an offensive line of fucking turnstiles yesterday, bro. They made the
Cowboys. Playing devil's advocate for Deshaun.
Poor Orlando.
Who's he even throwing to in Cleveland?
Amari Cooper.
Amari.
Oh yeah, he has Amari Cooper. That's right.
And that tight end is Njoku. He's tough. He's tough.
Okay. All right. So he does have a decent. He does have decent targets. Okay.
Is what's his name back yet? Damn, what's the running back's name?
No,
is he back?
Not back yet.
Chubb's not back yet. Okay, got
he's still out.
Joe Flacco was able to ball
that's
out
a huge help
last year.
That's what I'm saying.
But Joe Flacco, they protected Joe.
and you got to look at it. Joe is he's used to running a more traditional offense, and that would help make him be successful in Cleveland. Deshaun never had any real structured offense with the Texans. He was running around ad-libbing shit.
Bro, you know
Joe ain't got shit to lose. He was just out there slinging the ball through the air. He ain't got shit to lose.
Just walking in with his fucking Adam's apple and shit, just like, hey guys,
just
you're like, yeah, Joe. Hell yeah, bro.
Hey, this isn't Delaware.
Hey, he go throw four interceptions and 4 touchdowns. It don't fucking matter. He just out there being a gunslinger. He didn't care.
I thought I retired like 6 years ago. Where am I?
He ain't got nothing to lose.
He's giving his all. He's giving his all.
Okay, so I have a wild idea. So with this lawsuit, I would assume there's a clause in Deshaun Watson's contract where Cleveland can walk away at this point. So it's. I'm not saying it's right, but hear me out. If Cleveland wanted to use that clause to get out from under Deshaun Watson because of the horrible play, you pull that trigger and you trade for Russell Wilson.
Oh, good God. Tony, you'd be the worst.
So wait, you want to trade a pig shit sandwich for a chicken shit sandwich? Like, what do you want to do?
Russell Wilson can get you to a respectable 8-9 or 9-8 with that offense, because
like fantasy football.
No, with that offense,
Russell Wilson's name washed up yet. I don't care what nobody says.
He's not. Deshaun's not. There's no way Deshaun is either.
Russell Wilson couldn't do things with a good Denver offensive line. You're going to put him in Cleveland?
Bro, Denver's offensive line was not good.
That line was trash.
It was not.
Horrible, bro.
Russell Wilson has never had a good offensive line.
Not once.
Never.
Yeah, Seattle's was decent.
That's why you get Russell Wilson. He can still move.
He always had to throw the ball out the pocket in Seattle.
Well,
never in the pocket.
Here's the thing. One, Sierra has to say it's okay. And she's not going to Cleveland.
Exactly.
Now at that point,
she'll still live in LA.
She'll be like, Pittsburgh sucks
she'll
enough.
Still live in LA.
Cleveland is like Pittsburgh's weird little brother. I don't want to move there. This city sucks enough. I want to stay here.
What the thing that gets me with this whole issue, and again, congrats to Dak for signing that deal. Even though even
Coach
though,
did not deserve
even
that.
though,
John
the-
Dillinger woke up and said, "Congratulations."
even though that man
Well
ain't
played.
got, as my grandma used to say, that man ain't got now an MVP. He ain't got now a Super Bowl appearance. But look at all that money he got. So
Guaranteed.
you know, with them signing him and them signing CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons out.
Yep.
He probably won't out.
I really think at
Right.
this point, Jerry Jones is just the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
He's a
And
fucking leprechaun.
like he's just, I don't think I think it's like, it's kind of sad to watch because it's like, as a Raiders fan, when you watched Al Davis towards the end,
Oh God.
like he'd kind of wake up and he'd be like, hey, let's give Jerron Curse like $80 million.
Y'all remember when Jerry said, y'all remember when Jerry said, we going all in. We going all in. Well,
They just switched Jerry's skin suit onto another like skeleton.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
Men in Black.
Yes.
Yep,
Edgar,
yep.
Edgar, your skin is hanging off your face.
All
skin
right,
is hanging off your
Water.
all right,
More.
guys. We got
real quick. Will, speaking of claws, I want to give Ando's cat a shout out. Ando, speaking of clauses, claws? No. It was a cat. You know, didn't work right now. Don't worry about it.
Bring it back later.
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah,
Hey,
bring it back later.
can we talk about the Bears for a minute?
Hmm?
Because I'm hearing a lot of people in Baltimore talk about how the Bears look like the 2001 Ravens, and it's like, come on, guys. No.
Do not disrespect Trent Dilfer like that ever again.
No.
Ambrose, you hang out with a lot of drunk people, huh?
Just Trent Dilfer. Okay, got it.
I mean, no. I mean, it's they're saying the defense. They're saying the defense is the same. It's like you beat
Quarterback similar.
a Cincinnati team that could barely crawl onto the field. Like you
Didn't Burrow play?
They played Tennessee. The Bears played Tennessee.
Yeah, Burrow played.
Bears played Tennessee.
Yeah, they did. Titans.
Yeah.
They played. They came back against the Titans.
The Oilers, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the Bears played the Titans.
you scored. Okay, yes. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong stat book. I'm sorry. I was looking at that preseason game. So you looked at you played Tennessee. You put up 24 points. No offensive points. None. Pick sixes and block punts.
Actually, correction. They did technically get offensive points because they went for 2 on one of the touchdowns that the defense got.
You know what though? You know what though? You know what though? You gotta get a win or where you can get it in this league.
For the Bears, for the rest of the Bears
You
players,
get
I'm
it.
happy for them.
Yeah, you get it where you get it, and you get it how you get it. So,
But here's the thing. Caleb Williams is proving my point. I'm not even going to say, as much as I joke around about Caleb Williams, I'm not even going to say that he will never be a great quarterback in the NFL. What I am saying is every NFL team that drafts a rookie quarterback and expects him to start sets him up for fail, because with very limited exceptions, and I'm not going to say it never happens, but with very limited exceptions, when you draft a rookie and make him start, you set him up for a very difficult path.
It could be the mentality of the player. Peyton Manning had a rough first couple of seasons, and then he blossomed. Ryan Leaf. What? Ryan Leaf obviously petered out. Peyton Manning dealt with it. Dan Marino.
But I will say that the program.
Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl, didn't he?
I feel like if the team already sucks, why not start the rookie?
Yeah,
why not?
sure.
What did the team suck before he got there?
As a rookie?
But here's the thing.
Really test his metal.
You are.
What do you say?
Okay, so at 21, because when we're drafting quarterbacks, we're getting them in third, fourth year college. So 21 years old, right? For men, we are still physically growing at that age. We don't stop until age 25. So they are, by making them start, first of all, because of the lack of experience, they're going to take a lot more hits, and you're going to put a lot more wear and tear on that quarterback, which is going to increase injury risk later on in his career at a minimum. The second, they don't know the game. The college game and the NFL game are very different. One of the few reasons why CJ Stroud has been successful is because Ryan Day runs a pro-style offense. Very few college programs actually do that. There may be certain elements that are a little pro, but like even Matt Rule down in Nebraska, that's not a pro-style offense.
Pretty close.
It's closer, but it's not a pro-style offense. And so you set these kids up for a very difficult start. And if they're getting abused, like you see Joe Burrow, like you see Andrew Luck went through, You're shortening the miles on these quarterbacks. Whereas Patrick Mahomes himself credits his success in part to the fact that he got to sit behind Alex Smith for a year. Alex Smith, we can all agree, is a slightly above average quarterback. There are journeyman slightly above average quarterbacks of free agents every year. Sign one for a year or two to give your college quarterback time to learn the fucking game and get up to speed and then start him. It's going to cost you an extra $10 million.
And that's why I'm kind of happy Jared Goff is having this renaissance in Detroit, because LA almost ruined him.
For sure.
So speed of the game, Tony, to your point, speed of the game from high school to college is fucking unreal. Okay. Like you get a real first day of practice. Like, dude, they wanted me to play corner in college. Like, I was like, yeah, great. This is going to be awesome. Not fast enough. Immediately. Game speed's completely different, right? From college to the NFL is even a bigger jump. Is it even a bigger thing? Because that's all.
Yeah, I think Peyton Manning even made a sense at that.
Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning, when they interviewed him, he said, "You have no time to think. You get the ball, and you have to know where you're getting it. You have to know where you're putting the ball before you get it."
Tom Brady said it himself.
Because everybody is fast. You got guys that are like 450 pounds running 4.5 40s.
Tom Brady alluded in an interview I saw recently to something with this, where he said that one of the disadvantages that rookie quarterbacks that have to start have is these coaches have to dumb the game down for them. So they don't get the ability to develop the experience of being able to more accurately read defenses in a much better environment, learning the playbook at a deeper level, so that when you get to the line, you know what you can check down to that will actually work based on what you're facing. You're robbing these kids of that time to develop it in a better environment when you start them at the beginning, because they don't have time to learn it and they're too busy getting their ass kicked to learn it.
Well, I think it also has to do with the organization you're a part of. I mean, look at Derek Carr. Derek Carr, the numbers he's put up, given the situation he was in, because the Raiders are a shitty organization. They sent him to New Orleans. Derek Carr has really, really good numbers, borderline elite, very good numbers if you pull his stats up. And
don't get too crazy away. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. You're up here playing the Carolina Panthers. Don't get too crazy, buddy. Don't get too crazy.
We got
if he does the same
drafted by a team that had a good program. Derek Carr's on the Chiefs, working under Andy Reid. How much better is Derek Carr than he is on the Raiders?
He still sucks. The only thing about it, they won't win because of him. They will win because of the play calling if he was in KC. He won't be because of him. He won't be because he's not Pat Mahomes.
He's serviceable.
He's not Pat Mahomes. He would win with the play calling that goes on.
Nobody's Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is the brother.
But
actually, Dylan Relevant.
Derek Carr, and I'm going to say there's going to be some people that disagree with me, and I don't care. I've believed this for a while. Derek Carr is the modern version of what Matt Stafford used to be. The difference is Derek Carr didn't get to go to as good of a program in his second team as Matt Stafford did. Matt Stafford went to the perfect situation. Derek Carr did not.
Right. That's actually a very, very good analogy.
Good point. But don't overshoot him, because he'll ball out this week and play like trash next week. You know they got the Cowboys.
Yeah, but Will, look at his stats. You take away his name and you take away who he played for. Here are his stats: 65% completion percentage, 245 touchdowns to 107 interceptions, almost 40,000 yards, career pass rating of 92.6. That's a good quarterback.
That's Matt Stafford.
Matt fucking Stafford.
Yeah, that's Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
That's Matt Stafford. Like I say, Stafford just had Megatron.
Right.
Right. The complete unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
The dude that wore 41 at Georgia Tech in a triple option offense, just dominated.
Yo.
Kicking ass. But yeah, but Derek Carr, we're gonna see what he do this week, because he got them Cowboys.
And they should have put Megatron at the top of that fucking triple option, and that top of that eye. Just let him take pitches.
Man, they did. I want to say they did run him out of the backfield.
He did run a little bit. He ran reverses all the time.
I was about to say, like, I used to see him just. It was like a gazelle going down the damn field, like. You've never seen somebody that damn tall almost run that fast, for the exception of Randy Moss.
Yeah,
was Randy Moss that fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Bros, hang on. What did you just say out loud? I'm sorry. What did you say?
He said he asked was
Randy
Randy
Moss
Moss
is clearly
that
the
fast.
fastest. Randy Moss is the fastest player that's ever played in the NFL, possibly. He might be the fastest guy that's ever played in the NFL. That's actually a real thing. Probably the fastest guy that's ever played in the NFL. It's close.
He's been 99 on Madden more than anybody.
If you put him in a 40-yard dash up against Eric Dickerson, you're telling me Randy Moss would beat Eric Dickerson.
100%.
He's smoking Dickerson.
100%.
He's smoking him.
How about 70 yards? How about a 70
Dickerson will tell you himself he was not that fast. He'll tell you that himself.
Prime
He
Randy
wasn't
Moss,
that fast.
prime Tyreek Hill.
Randy Moss changed
Yeah.
NFL defenses. He made them drop a safety to him. He made them play 10 on 11 or 9 on 10.
I mean, I just don't remember running him because he was always double teamed. So I never really noticed
He's
the
still
speed.
still running through. Like he would outrun fucking dudes would have the fucking angle on him. Like safeties would have the angle on him from 15 yards back, dude, and he would just run down the sideline, and they would literally get surprised by how fast he was down the sideline.
Thanksgiving game versus Cowboys.
Yep.
Yes, dude, yes.
And one guy
Put him
could tell you
3
he's not
touchdowns.
fast, and one guy could tell you he's
And
not
he
fast.
ran by the entire fucking team.
Yep.
The entire
John,
team.
One of which
One
is
guy
exactly
could tell
the
you
thing I
he
was
wasn't
thinking.
ever faster
Randy
than,
was
and I
mad.
hate the
But
team,
Randy
and I
was
hate to
mad.
admit it, was Daryl Green. He's the fastest man in NFL history.
No, he was faster than Daryl Green. You're talking about
No,
dudes
he
from the
wasn't.
80s,
That's
bro.
impossible.
You're not dudes from the 80s, bro. You're
Lies.
talking about dudes from the 80s.
Fake news.
Xavier Worthy ran a
Nope.
4.21 40-yard dash. He's faster than Daryl Green.
Beyond belief, fact or fiction. Not true.
He didn't run 4.21.
Never happened.
Digital.
We really comparing somebody to Daryl Green. I'm not trying to be funny toward Daryl Green. I'm not. Respect the man. Love the man. One of the greatest corners of all time.
He was faster than Daryl Green.
He is not faster than
Baked-
Randy Moss.
Fucking
No.
baked beans, baby in Washington.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Daryl Green 40-yard
If
dash.
you're gonna take
The
a corner,
fastest 40-yard dash ever.
if you're gonna take a corner against Randy, it better be Prime Dion.
Bro, yeah. I'll
That's
take maybe
the only
that.
person.
That's the
Maybe
only
that.
person that can do it. The only person that can do it.
Because even if Daryl Green kept up with Randy Moss, you know what? He was still going to get mossed.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
Randy Moss is not even in the top 10 for fastest 40-yard dashes ever.
Bro, he didn't run the 40 at the fucking combine, dude. He didn't run the
No,
40. He didn't do
I'm
anything
just
at the
going by
combine.
what I'm looking at. You had Bo Jackson at a 4.12.
That is false. That is a timed hand time. That is a
How is
hand
that false?
time
I'm
40-yard
looking
dash.
at the data right here.
I ain't
No,
trying to
you
see him
probably
disrespect
believe
Bo.
that like all those guys back from the day could like still pitch in the
I'm not trying to sit here and disrespect Bo. I'll never disrespect Bo Jackson, but he didn't have that kind of speed.
No.
He didn't have that kind of speed. He was stealing bases with a fake
If you
hip.
look at Bo, if you look at Bo Jackson, you look at the overall package of Bo Jackson, the speed that he did have, the power he had, the way he hit the hole every time. You look at the whole package of Bo Jackson.
He was stealing bases with a fake hip. You're going to tell me he wasn't fast?
He's not aware that they actually used handheld times in the 80s when Bo Jackson ran a 4.12, and now they use literal. It's motion activated digital time. So like,
Oh, so we're retroactively going to 40 years ago when Randy Moss entered the league?
You would obviously run slower when you have a guy that's going like this. Like,
Did they use those analytics when Randy Moss came in 1997?
Okay, so hold on. So where are we taking this, Ambrose? So you take Daryl Green fast. Okay, what about Willie Go?
He was fast. I mean,
but none of these guys can match Randy Moss's speed. None of them.
There's a hilarious D'Angelo Hall fucking story where he's talking about guarding Randy Moss for the first time, and he's like, I'm talking trash, man. He's like, I got him. He's like, I got him 5 yards. He's like, that man is the real
and
deal.
Randy Moss from Marshall University.
Because I finally got a hand on him. He goes, he was a yard deep in the end zone.
Randy Moss is tied with Michael Vick at 28 with a 4.25 40.
D'Angelo Hall says I heard about the hand. He threw up the hand. I didn't heard about the hand. He goes,
Your argument was there's no one faster than Randy Moss. He's tied at 28 with Michael Vick with a 4.25 40.
That's Ambrose. I don't know where you're getting this. It doesn't matter. Like, did you watch the?
How
game?
does it not matter? That's the whole basis of your argument.
Have you ever seen a Randy Moss highlight? Have you ever seen a Randy Moss highlight?
But look at the eye test.
I'm not saying he's slow, but the whole basis of the argument was there was no one ever faster than him. There's 27 other guys that are faster than him.
But you said one person. You said one person. That's Darryl Green. And I'm not, like I say, not trying to disrespect Darryl Green. I'm not trying to disrespect Darryl Green at all. But you got linebackers out here running faster than Darryl Green.
Darryl Green sits at 4 with a 4.15.
Ambrose, you do know that like athletes evolve into like they become better athletes. Just a little like there's a pretty significant.
Hey, let me ask you
this.
How
it works? I didn't know that.
Let me ask you
this. You're acting like you don't. You're acting like you don't.
Let me ask you this.
Acting like you don't.
So Darryl Green is faster than Tyreek Hill.
Fuck no.
Hell
no. Fuck no.
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see that race. I want to see that race.
You have to be prime Darryl Green.
Prime Darryl Green, yeah. Prime Darryl Green and Tyreek Hill would be a hell of a race. That would be a hell of a race.
I don't know. Get the Walmart computer system out. We'll see.
Damn.
In a phone booth, you're taking fucking Tyreek Hill all day. Like, but maybe you let Darryl Green get some strides out on him on a 40. I can see that. Possibly, but no, probably not. It's, I mean, like in its 5-yard area, Tyreek Hill's the quickest. I think he's the quickest guy that's ever played. I think Tyreek Hill might be the quickest guy.
Yeah.
Quickest, like to change direction and change direction. He's fucking quick.
I mean, I think you're misunderstanding me and having me say these people are better than Randy Moss was, which I'm not arguing. But no, there are people that were faster than him. That's it. I'm not saying he was more talented than Joey Galloway, who sits at 6 with a 4.18. Of course, I'm going to take Randy Moss over Joey Galloway. But
Randy Moss is what number on your all-time receiver list? 1 or 2? There's only 2 answers. It's 1 or 2.
2 for me.
Okay.
He's 2. I take Rice first.
Of course you do.
Me too.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I switch him.
You cannot take Jerry Rice first.
If I have 4 receivers,
those are records that have
Rice, Randy Moss, T.O., and Andre Rison.
So, I think it's very similar to the MJ LeBron conversation for me.
It is.
What? Were you wrong?
Well, you're thinking the same thing.
Yep.
So it's like Randy is LeBron to me, and Jerry Rice. Sorry, it's actually switched around. Yeah, no, actually it'll be switched around because of the numbers thing, right? Because so like. LeBron has the fucking number, this all-time stats, right? But you can do an eye test and think that MJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? I'm sorry that doesn't make it. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like the same kind of conversation for me, if that makes any sense.
Man, you look at the amount of catches Jerry Rice had compared to the amount of catches that Randy Moss had versus the yardage.
Every player ever Jerry Rice, dude. Every player ever Jerry Rice has. He has every player ever. He scored more touchdowns than any position player ever.
Right.
Like he's got every.
But I'm just saying, like, you look how many catches Moss had. Less than versus the amount of yards he accumulated, it's ridiculous.
Right. Okay, look, we know Rice and Moss are 1 and 2, no matter how you split it. Some people have Moss at 1, some people have Rice at 2. Can we all acknowledge that Herman Moore got jobbed out in Detroit and deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame?
That's fair. I don't know what it has to do with Moss Rice, but yes.
No, because I have ADD and I just thought about it.
Herman Moore was a badass.
Herman Moore needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't understand how he hasn't been in. How the Veterans Committee hasn't put him in yet. Because there were years where Herman Moore would break Jerry Rice's records, and I remember like 2 or 3 consecutive seasons when Moore and Rice would go back and forth breaking the seasonal reception record. And Moore's not even a footnote anymore.
We're talking about
but anyway, 1 and 2, I take Rice, I take Moss. If I get a 3 and a 4, I take Rison at 4. And I put T.O. at 3.
You say Andre Rison?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Why are you done? Why are you done? As a 4 receiver? As a 4 receiver? As someone that's probably not even going to see the ball?
Oh, you're saying like on your team, like not all time?
Yeah, on my team.
Oh, okay. Well, I would, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
take Rice.
I would like Wayne Corbett on my team.
Damn.
I'm going all for all the white guys on my wide receiver.
Hey,
what I'm gonna do.
Damn, boy, that's a name I ain't heard in a long time, man.
Let's That scrappy little midget won New York sport.
Hey, Dan, how you gonna disrespect Steve Largent like that, man? Come on, man. Don't disrespect Steve Largent like that.
Steve Largent, dude. Steve Largent is my one, bro.
That's your boy right there.
Separator.
That's your boy right there.
Yo, you ever hear the story about how Steve Largent? You ever hear the story about how Steve Largent? I forgot the guy's name on the Broncos, but Steve Largent got a dirty hit when he was playing the Broncos. And the next time they played, Steve Largent deliberately let the guy intercept it just so he could lay him out.
He pulled a water boy?
He did.
Yeah, dude, he let the guy. He deliberately let the guy catch the ball and laid him out.
Hey, Steve Largent was that dude, man. Who was that dude? Steve Largent was that dude.
Oh, shit.
Steve Largent was also putting sticky on his hand. Like it was sticky on his hand.
He was.
My favorite all-time receiver to watch on highlight reels was Fred Biletnikoff on the Raiders because he was not fast. He just caught the ball, and when he knew he was going to be tackled, he just crumpled.
Yeah,
like he was just like, okay, I got like 10 yards. I got the first time.
Beautiful. He was still wearing hip pads.
He was still wearing hip pads. He had to stick him in his shoes. He had to stick him in his helmet. He had to stick him under his arms.
Well, you guys, there's a couple other things I did want to get to before we switch over to baseball. This one hurt me because he's on some of my fantasy teams. I think he started on one for me this weekend. Jordan Love out 3 to 6 weeks.
Shut the fuck up.
I think the Packers might be cooked.
Told you they shouldn't have worn green in Brazil. Very bad decision, boys.
The Packers might be cooked.
Man, I think they escape by even though I don't like them.
As long as they get 1 or 2 out of the next 4 or 5. Because, I mean, the thing is you don't want to start 0-5. So if you get 1 and 4, 2 and 3, then
this is one of those things with the Packers where it's kind of on brand because they're in a lull. You have your great quarterback, and then you have a couple of good ones. Then you have one that sucks, Don Majkowski, and then you have like you draft a guy or you trade. What did they draft or trade Favre?
Traded.
Trade the Falcons.
Yeah, because Jerry Glanville thought he sucked. That's why he's never working again.
Because Favre was an alcoholic painkiller addict. Yeah, who got ran out of Atlanta. There's a
painkiller addict.
He was.
But they had Favre, then they had Rodgers, and now they're back to it's on brand for the Packers. The Packers will find a quarterback. They're a good organization. People like playing for them. It'll be fine. Packers will be fine.
Favre was in Atlanta sending dick Polaroids.
That's true.
No, that was New York.
He was doing the whole like put it in a letter, dude. Yeah, he's shaking it out. He put it like in a letter.
I remember when he got traded to the Jets, and he was like, "I want my own office." And everyone's like, why does a quarterback need his own office? And the dick pic thing came out and was like, it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense.
I got his rookie card around here somewhere.
I used to have one.
Who?
Brett Favre's rookie card.
Yeah.
Didn't he also like steal from a college? Didn't he steal like millions of dollars from a college or something?
Oh, that whole case is still going.
He stole from the fucking from like a food drive, dude.
From the food stamp money in Mississippi. The poorest state in the fucking country. He stole from the food stamp. Like, are you?
Hey, Favre a dirtbag now. Yeah, I'm here to fucking tell you.
And then when Shannon Sharp called him out on it, you'll get mad at Shannon.
Yeah, shit. So what?
It's the weird thing is though, John. It's like that made Brett Favre good though. Is the weird thing. Like it was part of his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he was so like overly cocky and such a piece of shit that like it actually like it worked for him. Like he was just like, put her there. Like God damn it with this guy.
Let me go real quick and go over our teams and what they did this week. We got KC defeating the Baltimore Ravens 27-20
by a toe.
My thing is this.
They are officially known as the Kansas City Swifts.
My thing is this. And as bad as Lamar missed those targets to Zay, what could have turned the game? And then if Lively had a size 12 instead of a 14,
it's Kevin Durant all over again.
It's Kevin Durant all over again. They could have won that freaking game. Lamar, I need you to get better. I need Lamar to get better. I need that Ravens offense to get better. I'm not disappointed in Kansas City because Kansas City did what they needed to do. I'm disappointed in the fucking Ravens. Y'all need to play. You have to play, but you have to be able to go out there. You're in Kansas City, and you're right. Even with all the mistakes you've made, you're right freaking there. You're right there, and you can't convert. Lamar, I'm not gonna sit here and say he was terrible, but when it was time to step up, he couldn't.
He made a terrible throw.
No. Yeah, and I'll say
second to last play, it was a terrible pass.
I'll repeat what I said in the chat. He's an adequate quarterback that gets a lot more credit than he deserves because he had a phenomenal playoff run 4 years ago. He's just not, and some guys just don't have it. I don't think he has it, and I'm sorry.
He's not Lamar Jackson.
I don't think Lamar Jackson has it.
When did he have a marvelous playoff run? He hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
No, but he had a really good playoff run like 4 years ago.
Okay, great. You lost in the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
You're making my point for me.
But at least he went. Hey, unlike that Prescott, at least he went to the AFC Championship game. Just saying.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Prescott went out bad.
There are two things.
Bad.
Two things as far as the Ravens are concerned. Okay. Number one, Dak was 1 for 8 in the red zone. Lamar was 1 for 8 in the red zone. So that is where Lamar is at fault. But everything else falls on the Ravens. John Harbaugh and was it Todd Milligren, the offensive coordinator? How do you have Lamar Jackson, the elite running back playing quarterback, and Derek fucking Henry, and you don't run the ball but 25 times? And here's the thing. I'm saying 25, including the times where I don't know why I keep saying Dak, where Lamar rolled out.
They look a lot alike.
Ran the
it's an understandable mistake.
I'm giving you credit for the times that Lamar had to roll out and run the ball himself because the coverage broke up. So you should not have that many freaking that few of amount of freaking run plays with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. 41 pass attempts. Are you fucking kidding me? The way to beat Patrick Mahomes is to keep him off the field. You're not keeping him off the field, passing the damn ball all the time.
The way to beat the Chiefs defense is to run the ball.
And then I don't understand too, 7. There was maybe a couple of zone runs, but for the most part, they were trying to run the ball up the middle into the middle of the defense.
You're not going to run the ball down Chris Jones's throat.
No.
Training camp. It's not
Can I give a fun but meaningless statistic as we roll into baseball?
But when he did run, when he had a zone blocking scheme, when he did run zone, they were successful.
But I'm calling read option 35 times. I'm calling read option 35 times. Shotgun. Yeah. This thing, pull it or give it to him 35 times.
Yep.
And they win that game.
Absolutely. It's and here's the thing is the officiating in that game was fucking terrible.
It was terrible.
Carter said it. Why are we surprised? Why are we surprised at Lamar Jackson's performance right now? It's what he does. This is the story of his career.
It is, and that's the thing. That's why I don't everybody harps on me. You guys have busted my balls because I won't put Lamar Jackson as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
Absolutely not.
I fucking can't. He's terrible when it matters. That's why I don't put Josh Allen up there either.
Is it because his game is limited?
Yes,
because his game is limited. He can't.
He doesn't have field vision.
His decision.
He can't throw good on the run either. He's not accurate on the run.
He's not accurate on the run. He doesn't have field vision.
Got a cannon arm. Obviously, he's incredibly
good to great.
Yes.
Good to great quarterbacks can back up and within 2 seconds scan the field, know who they're going to throw to. He doesn't have that.
But I will say this though.
He does when he's not in the red zone.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'll say this though. He's got 1 receiver and 2 tight ends.
But he wasn't giving. I have Mark Andrews on my fantasy team, and right now I'm trying to see if I can trade him for 2 fucking soft taco supremes because he's not using them.
No, man, you need to get that crispy cantina. You need to get the crispy cantina chicken taco with the guacamole sauce.
I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. If you're gonna throw the ball that many times, you got to have the personnel that can make it work, and they don't have the personnel to make it work.
They don't.
I'm looking at
Mark Andrews 20 times a game.
And as we go into baseball, I'm looking at the NFL scores. the Giants were the only team to not outscore the White Sox win total in their last 50 games.
Fuck the Giants. fuck Rob Manfred and fuck the Giants.
Them fuckers didn't score a touchdown.
All right.
Everyone else
I'm a
beats the
Vikings
shit out of the
fan, by
White
the way,
Sox. The
goddammit.
Giants do not.
All right, let me go over the Giants team real quick. We got the Minnesota Vikings getting that win, baby. Getting that
Open
win.
up a fresh can of whoop ass.
Whoop ass. How old are you, kid? 10, 11? I'm 33 years old.
Captain Inflamo shows no mercy.
I'm still trying to figure out how Daniel Jones. I'm still trying to figure out how Daniel Jones got paid.
I don't know. Him and Dak Prescott must have some sort of.
They got that Kirk Cousins agent. I'm telling you.
They're gonna reboot. They're gonna reboot The Sopranos, and Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones are gonna be the guys in charge. Like, all right, we got 2 no-show, no-work jobs. Give us $6 million.
Sign Daniel Jones to be a reliever.
I was sort of kind of shocked by this.
I still don't believe in Sam Darnold, but I'll take it.
I was kind of shocked by this because I thought they'd come out and play better. The Chargers defeat the Raiders 22-10. I was sort of kind of shocked by that.
Hey, Will, you remember my team? Thanks.
I am.
Nobody remembers my team. Nobody remembers the Chargers.
I am, and I'm not shocked. I thought that was a 50-50 game. I thought the Raiders had a shot to win that game, but Harbaugh does bring another culture to the team.
He does.
He obviously has shown that
he got J.K. Dobbins to wake the hell up. That's what he did.
Wait, okay. You're
man, when he's been on the field, he's played great, but he's been hurt so bad. I feel bad for that.
Hold on. 7 looks lost and confused.
I am. You're saying 50-50.
Going into the game? Yeah, sure.
Gardner fucking Minshew and a first-time head coach against Jim Harbaugh and Justin fucking Herbert. Are you kidding me?
The guy who cheated in Michigan and the guy we already beat twice last year? Yes, 50-50 shot.
Tony, I appreciate it. Nobody gives Herbert fucking credit, dude. Like,
especially this year, because he ain't got nobody to throw the football to.
Bro, he's
and that 10 times out of 10 over.
Is Mike Williams gone?
And did I not saying that Harbaugh brought a new culture in?
Yeah, Mike Williams gone. He's a Jet now.
Keenan Allen's gone too. Keenan Allen's gone too.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's gone.
Yeah, I know Keenan Allen at the Bears.
Wait,
damn. He's working with Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer.
He got Josh
He's a running back, basically.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
What I'm saying is Justin Herbert, who was throwing dimes before with Brandon the Nutsack Staley and that junk-ass fucking medical team.
Yeah, and we crushed him twice last year. We had a coach who's been out of the NFL for the last 6 seasons coming in. It was a 50-50 shot to beat him.
Yeah, you're talking about last year, bro. Last year when fucking Rod Favre was your quarterback.
Rod Favre.
That was awesome.
Hey,
the Chargers
earned his liter of cola.
He did. The Chargers are going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. People need to take them seriously.
I mean, I think they'll be a force to be reckoned with in 10 years when they're in Salt Lake City. But I mean, that's just me.
Thanks, Tony.
Another game, and this is a game we talked about earlier about Baker Mayfield. Another game where there was no expectations put on Baker. He went out and dominated.
I should have put that cart before the horse. He was playing Washington.
4 touchdowns. No expectations. Playing against the Commanders. He get the win.
Nobody knows.
Redskins.
But it's Baker will go back to normal next week because my 2 fantasy quarterbacks, my main 2 fantasy quarterbacks are Jordan Love and Baker Mayfield. So guess what? I have to fucking start next week.
Oh, bro! And if it's in prime time, he's going 11 for 20 for 128 and 2 picks.
I'm so fucked.
If it's in prime time,
and to me, the most disappointing.
Wait, who does he have next week? Who does he play?
And to me, the most disappointing team of the week. And I say this not only from a real life perspective, but from a fantasy perspective too. The Atlanta Falcons.
I was about to say, I knew it had to be.
Y'all make me sick. Y'all
I'm a huge I'm a huge Kirk Cousins fan. Okay.
Y'all make me sick.
You like that? You like that?
This is karma.
It was third Cousins this week.
They let Justin Fields come out there and beat him.
I thought Russell Wilson was supposed to be the starter.
No, Russell Wilson's hurt with the ankle. He was hurt with the ankle. That's why.
I thought it was calf tightness. It was something like something weird. It was like
ankle or calf like that.
tightness.
Yeah. Here's the
He
thing.
had sex with Sierra the night before.
Here's
stay at home. Watch the kids.
Here's the thing that kills me. Here's the thing that kills me. Here's it. Kirk Cousins, 16 of 26, 156 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
I don't like that.
Bijan
I don't like that at all.
Bijan Robinson, the next quote-unquote great running back, 18 carries for 68 yards.
They got fucking stuffed, man. The Steelers defense was the Steelers defense. And Justin Fields,
Drake London, 2 catches, 15 yards.
That USC wide receiver. Imagine that he.
The only shining star in this whole Atlanta offense. At least Kyle Pitts caught a fucking touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good looking pass too. It was.
You've got 7 legitimate football divisions in the NFL, and that one pygmy thing going on in the NFC South.
By the way, to answer a question that was previously asked, the Buccaneers next week play the Lions. So fuck my fantasy.
Oh yeah, Mayfield's done.
That might be a good game.
That might be all right.
That might be all right.
That Detroit Lions
I think the Lions are coming out.
Detroit Lions secondary is being rebuilt, so we'll see.
Let's hope Baker can do that better than he can run from the cops. I don't know if you guys seen that video.
I think the Lions this year.
Man, I almost did it, but I ain't gonna do it. I
think the Lions have a chip on the shoulder this year, and they're going to be a tough team to beat every week.
You talking about running from the cops. I'm about to bring up your boy, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the 7th inning.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna say this about Tyreek Hill. He should know better than to not roll his window down by Black. That's his own fault for not rolling his window down by Black in Miami.
All of those police officers, Tony, have the same job applicant or like the same employment status as Ambrose right now. They don't have jobs. So all of those officers. All of them.
What kind of example is Tyreek Hill setting for his 120 children?
God damn it!
He's got 130 yards in a touchdown.
He did. That's what he did. That's what that is.
He caught an 80-yard touchdown his first touch.
Yep.
And then the touchdown celebration where he puts his hands behind his back and one of his
his teammates arrested. Yep. That was great.
I love
amazing.
You know when Drew Rosenhaus is on the phone with some dude like, yeah, we're gonna launch a further investigation into this. Like those cops don't have jobs anymore. Nope. Those cops do not have jobs anymore.
Yeah, it's a long way away from when I grew up in White Plains. When I grew up in White Plains, New York, Lawrence Taylor used to get like pulled over, shit faced, like weekly.
Oh yeah.
And the Greenberg or White Plains police would be like, "All right, pull your Lambo over, Lawrence. We're going to take you to the station and someone's going to come pick you up." We're a long way from that.
That's how it always used to be. Yeah. Cell phones.
Hey, John, man. John's gonna be here. John's got to get on out of here, but John, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Appreciate
you coming through.
John, I wish it was the other John leaving.
Ooh, sick burn. Got any more of those?
I thought it was.
Wow. You got to write that one down for me, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one, man.
Yep.
That's on the first page of LeBron's book. That's why he hasn't gone to page 2 yet.
I knew it was coming. It's me being mature, Will. It's me being mature.
You haven't even brought him up once, man.
I haven't said anything about it. I really have not said.
Nothing. Okay. All right. A couple of things. Nestor Cortez was unhappy today, speaking with the media after.
Hold on, Seven. I just read what you put beneath your name.
Fuck you, Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Nestor Cortez was voicing his displeasure with the media today after he has been demoted to the bullpen. Because unfortunately, he has not had the most success this year. Still more successful than Clay Holmes.
Dude, Clay Holmes is terrible. Let's get that out. Let's get that off the fucking table. All right,
Get
Clay Holmes is
get
terrible.
that out the way right now.
Let's not, dude. Nestor's the fucking man, dude. Nestor did not have a bad year. Nestor had like a 3.9, like a fucking 3.90 ERA or something.
Yeah,
he had a lot of losses, but like he didn't have that bad of a year. He's not.
And it was a lot of low scoring losses too. It's not like he was giving up 10 runs a game.
Right.
I think they're jobbing Nestor. I don't agree with it.
I like Nestor in the bullpen.
How do you? I don't hate Nestor in the bullpen because you can, especially on bullpen days, he doesn't have to start the game. He can come in once the rhythm's already going. So I don't hate him in the bullpen. What I think is fucked up is you're going to punish Nestor Cortez for the losses, but Clay Holmes is still on your fucking roster.
Tony, you're reading it wrong. He got pushed out of the fucking starting five, dude. They had guys come back. Clark Schmidt came back. Clark Schmidt's better than Nestor Cortez.
Oh,
Luis Hill came back. Luis Hill is better than Nestor Cortez. Like they needed, so they had Stroman. So yeah, Stroman, Schmidt, fucking Hill, Cole, and fucking I think that's five.
Oh, is Cole finally coming back? Is he?
Yeah, Cole's been back.
Cole's back. I watched him pitch a week and a half ago.
I thought he was stone cold mid-season form. Okay. He went like 7 scoreless. He's fucking he's nails.
Good.
Yeah, I was at the game where he was pitching in Washington.
He scares the shit out of me. Scares the shit out of me in the first inning. Not gonna but after that.
Keeping Cole in mind, we're going to be talking about Cole and adjacent stuff here in a little bit because we're going to talk about the issue with pitch control and some of the stuff that's been said recently.
But with the Yankees, the Nestor Cortez thing's the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, I was at the game where they played the Nationals about a week and a half ago. Garrett Cole pitched, and this is them playing the Nationals. This should be a slam dunk. They should win this. This is you don't even need to put your A team in there. The team is a Chinese fire drill right now. They're not playing good ball. They're not making they're not even making basic throws to first. It's weird. It's weird watching them play.
5 games over 500.
Right now, the Yankees, but this time of year, the Yankees always happen. There's about a 3-week stretch where shit looks shaky, and they still get some wins in there. They still get some wins in there, but
there was a point in the game where the guy bunted, and the third baseman didn't look like he knew what to do, and it's like there's no one on base. Just pick the ball up and throw it.
Ambrose, are you talking about Jazz Chisholm, the guy who's never played third base in Major League Baseball? Is that what you're talking about, right? Because third baseman is Jazz Chisholm.
But if there's no one on base and someone bunts, pick the ball up and throw it to first.
Unless it goes foul and you can pick it up if you know he's going to be safe at first. What are you talking about? They do it all the time. They let it go foul. He just didn't let it go foul. It just stayed first.
Yeah, and it put a guy on first, and then he stole second, then he got knocked home, and the Yankees lost to the Nationals 6-1.
Ambrose, I don't know how that's like. Okay, it's a mistake in a game.
These are mistakes that Yankees aren't supposed to make.
Well, Jack never played the position before, and he'll have it right by the playoffs. He's an elite fucking athlete, and he's going to be one of the reasons why you guys are successful in the hot corner come fucking October.
Fifth highest slugging in Major League Baseball since Jazz Chisholm was traded to the Yankees. You don't want to know who it is? The 5th highest in baseball. Jazz fucking Chisholm. He's hit 12 home runs as a Yankee in like 31 games. This guy's fucking ripping, dude. He's in like 39.
Are you wearing glasses?
He's a fucking they don't have fucking lenses.
Oh.
I don't wear glasses, but I got 29. I got 2015. I'm a specimen, Ambrose.
You guys don't have a problem with Jazz Chisholm. He's just learning the position. It's going to be a little fun. You guys, you're fine. You're fine.
Hey, we're playing DJ LeMahieu over there. Definitely not an upgrade from DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu doesn't know what color a baseball is because he doesn't ever look at it.
His jaw's gonna fall off, dude. If he chews any more tobacco, at a time, it's gonna just fall. It's like his liver's just gonna fall off of his face. Like, dude, I think he's in a tobacco coma for some of the game. Like, he definitely spaces out for a little bit, like during an at bat. He'll just be like, he'll be like this. And you're like, what's he doing? Like,
high hits him and he just kind of zones out for a minute.
He eats edibles. I think he's a lot of pain. I think he's just like, hey DJ, bro. Hey, I'm right with you, bro.
It's like that story with Hack Wilson when Hack Wilson played for the Cubs and he fell asleep in the outfield and a pitcher got mad that he was pulled from the game, and he threw a ball against a wall, and it woke Wilson up, so he picked it up and fielded it, and made a perfect throw to second.
Some little league stuff.
The other topic here that I think is going to be good for me for us to go over. So about a week and a half ago, week and a half ago, Whit Merrifield took a pitch to the face, and it was one of those bloody ones, and he was talking about it to the media, and he said that he felt like this was going to keep happening. It was going to keep happening and keep getting worse because of the pitch control issues, because guys are focusing more on velocity than location. And he said that, and one of the reasons why this is important is because Whit Merrifield is on the rules committee for the Major League Baseball Players Association. So if something's going to change rules-wise, he's going to be one of the guys that brings it to the floor. I think
he's onto something.
And he's right. And I think the solution is because the league doesn't want them to stop focusing on velocity. The league wants the velocity.
Well,
so
here
what's going to happen is we're going to see we're going to see sticky stuff change. The rule's going to change on rosin very soon. I would not be surprised if it changes next season.
Here's the problem that baseball has had, and it happens. It's been going downhill since 1967, when I think the batting champion was like Carl Yastrzemski with a 301 average. Baseball has never. What up?
The dead ball before live ball era. They changed the ball.
No, this is 1967. This is the live ball era.
Live ball era, yeah.
And Carl Yastrzemski won the batting title with a 301 average. Baseball panicked. They haven't been paying attention to pitching. They dropped the height of the mound down. They took the emphasis off of pitching, and it's always been about runs. Who can score runs? Who can hit home runs? They don't even care about the ground ball or the bunt anymore. They want guys with power that can hit. They've neglected every other part of the game, and it's affected the pitching because you're not investing in pitching coaching. You're investing in guys that teach you how to hit home runs. So they need to raise the height of the pitcher's mound to give the pitcher a little bit more autonomy on where the ball is going to go. They need to raise it back to pre-1968 heights. And they need – because this isn't like part of the game where you're going to bean somebody. What's that by you at Walmart?
That's what it's about. That's what it's about, Ambrose.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It is.
But this isn't about where it's part of the game where Randy Johnson's throwing at you. And he's yelling at you, if I wanted to hit you, I wouldn't have thrown a slider. You don't know you're getting hit. This is you're in, and these guys, it's like Nolan Ryan, and that's why the Mets traded him.
It's not happening every day, though. It's not happening.
It's happening enough.
It might happen every day.
But the thing of it is, for Major League Baseball, and especially if we use guys like Garrett Cole, that we're using something different. I'm not criticizing him for it. If I have something that's going to give me a competitive edge and they're not preventing it, I'm going to use it too. So I'm not criticizing Garrett Cole for what he used with the spider tack or whatever the fuck it actually was. The league is going to look at that and go, you know what? If we bring that back, it balances out.
Yeah, bring it back, baby.
So that we're going to turn around and we're going to change it to where instead of it's just rosin, we're going to give you a list of, we'll say just as an arbitrary number, 10 products that you can use. You have to declare the product that you're using before the game. The umps can check to make sure you're using what you say you're using, and it has to be purchased through MLB suppliers and that they're heavily regulated. That's where it's going to go.
Make it
like Haywood from Major League, Vagisil, Vaseline, and jalapenos. Put a jalapeno in my nose and throw some snot on the ball.
And that's the thing is it will still be regulated like rosin is. Like teams can only buy rosin from a certain source. These other products that the players will decide on and the league will agree to, it'll be like an amendment to the fucking CBA. We'll list these products that are usable by pitchers. Batters are going to support it because there's going to be less of a chance that they get accidentally hit in the face. Pete Alonso is going to be shouting from the rooftops for this. Guys like Bobby Witt Jr., who took a brutal pitch earlier this year. That's the best player in baseball right now.
But I also think this is why pitchers need to hit. Because if a pitcher has to hit, you're going to think long and hard before you throw that pitch. Because if you hit someone else, now you got to get to bat.
Nope.
Because they're not going to put pitchers on base. They're not going to put pitchers on base when they can strike them out. Dude, can you imagine what happens with Paul Skeens if Paul Skeens gets fucking spider tag?
Good.
Paul Skeens hasn't been using anything. Let's just say that. Fucking A, dude. Fucking A. Give him a little bit of tar on his hat. Holy shit.
That's why the league wants it, because imagine guys like Spencer Strider, Paul Skeens, Garrett fucking Cole. Imagine them having the ability to use a better substance that helps with control while still giving them the ability to have that velocity and that rotation that the league wants to see, where it almost looks like they're using fucking wiffle balls as those balls fucking break around on the plane on the way.
And Paul Skeens' girlfriend better watch out, because she's pretty hot. And like Taylor Swift's gonna have her taken out. Taylor Swift is gonna have her eliminated.
This is the logical step for the league to go to. And if the league is gonna have to do something, or the batters are gonna start getting pissed, and you're gonna see batters that are just charging pitchers again, and the league doesn't want that.
Just go back to the pre-1967 game model and make it equal for pitchers and batters. Don't put every rule, and like 4 out of every 5 rule changes every time Major League Baseball change rules go in the favor of the batters.
I think it's pretty even right now. Like, I don't think it's like overly offense right now. I really don't.
No,
bigger bases, lower pitching mounds, foreign substance checks. Everything goes in favor of offense.
You got a little more arcade mode, sure. You got a little more.
I'm not against increasing the mound if they can actually show that it's going to make a difference. The problem with that is with the way that mound heights are, this is almost like lowering the rim for women's basketball. Everybody is so used to what it is. If we change it now, it's going to completely alter the game, and it's going to take years for.
Okay, but you could make the base bigger for a base runner.
Yes, because that's not going to impact the same thing as the
arbitrary. Yeah, it's arbitrary. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
How many more bases could Ricky Henderson have stolen if he had a base that size? That size is like the size of Jose Altuve's house. He can live in those bases.
It's not that much of a difference. We're talking an inch.
Look at the stolen base records that have been broken. Not really.
And it's not like we're seeing that much of a difference in stolen bases this year. Like it's the base size is having a marginal impact of what's having more of an impact on base movement is the pitch clock.
For sure.
They gave the pitchers a clock, and they put the pitchers at a disadvantage by putting a man on second in extra innings. The pitchers get screwed every time there's a rule change.
Statistically, batters get called for pitch clock violations more than pitchers do.
For sure. But
in the spirit of the rules, the pitchers get screwed.
No.
Why should I pitch in an extra inning if you're going to put a guy on second, and all they need to do is bunt twice to give me a loss?
So I'm not completely sure that you understand how hard it is to hit a baseball. I don't know if you know how hard it is to hit a baseball. It's really hard.
There's a professional level, and that's why they're in the professional level.
No, I think it's at any level. It's pretty hard to fucking hit a baseball. That's a pretty hard thing to do. Like with a bat, that's the idea of that.
Are you telling me I don't understand that 30% of all balls hit gets you in the Hall of Fame? No, I do understand that, Dan.
Well, I know, but I'm saying it's really hard.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
The pitchers are always in an advantage is what I'm getting at. Pitchers are always in an advantage because it's really fucking hard to hit a baseball.
Most hits come off of missed pitches.
For sure. It's harder to fucking hit a baseball than it is to pitch a baseball 98 miles an hour right down the middle. That's all I'm saying. Is it not?
Yeah, okay. But that doesn't change the fact that the rule changes always go against the pitcher. They always do.
Yeah. Also, the long ball. Offense sells tickets.
Dig the long ball, Ambrose. That's the end of this
people are going to watch Chris Jones, who is arguably one of the best defensive talents in Kansas City right now. Most people don't know who Derek Thomas is. Right. But people know who Steve fucking Young is. People know who Patrick Mahomes is. People know who Tom Brady is.
Chicks dig the long ball.
Chicks dig the long ball. That's what it is. And baseball is trying to stay alive right now. Spider Tack balances that out and keeps the game interesting because of the fact that they want the velocity and the rotation.
I think what Tony's saying is it's like the right amount of give back to the pitcher. It's the right amount to give back to the pitcher.
Go back to the way the game was when people loved it. Get rid of the designated hitter. Get rid of all these bullshit rules. Go back to the game.
If you do a study group of people who watch baseball right now, and you ask them like what they want to see in a game, more people than not are going to say they want to see offense, home runs. They want to see like runs scored, stolen bases, actually over a pitching duel for sure. Like you're of the, and it's fine. That's just your opinion. You like to watch pitching duels.
No.
I like pitching duels. I love good pitching, dude. I like pitching duels. Tony likes pitching duels. Okay, but we're actual like us three are actual baseball fans though. Like they're trying to like market to fucking like everybody, and like everybody's going to say they want to fucking see home runs.
But when you market to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. Like, what if the NFL radically changed their overtime rules? Let's just speak in a hypothetical right now. What if the NFL radically changed their overtime rules and said, okay, you guys have been playing for 10 minutes. No one's moved the ball. Now we're just going to have a shootout with field goals.
Well, they can.
There should not be a tie in an NFL game. And kickers do the least amount of work.
But I mean, but that's like what they're doing. But that's what they're doing with baseball. It's like they're dumbing the sport down.
They're not. That's not dumbing it down. That's using a player that doesn't actually giving a resolution because it doesn't make any fucking sense in the modern age in a professional sport to have a fucking tie. That's why they keep doing extra innings.
Baseball's never had ties except for when Bud Selig got Sandy vaginitis and wanted to go home. Exactly.
That's it.
They were almost having ties without having ties, which got bad because they were going 18 innings and it was 1-1 in the 18th. And they were like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like we need to either tie or somebody needs to win this fucking thing. That's why
that's the benefit of speeding up the game is because nobody makes money. Nobody wins because of the impact of an 18 inning game where it's 1-1.
Where they stop serving liquor in the 8th inning.
All right, so eventually, when basketball evolves, are we going to eliminate things so they don't go into triple overtime? Are we going to eliminate charging rules? Or are we going to enhance? Are we going to make the foul line closer? Are we going to if people want more points?
No, because that's what a problem in basketball.
Basketball's pretty entertaining how it is.
But eventually, if they want to market, and some smart ass kid's going to come in and market and say, we need to market to everybody. I hate that. We need to market to everybody.
No,
you market to everybody and you're marketing to nobody.
You're comparing apples and oranges. Basketball sells. Baseball doesn't right now. That's why they are trying to.
Well, that's because I like to eat apples, but orange juice is a better drink.
You're not comparing the same things right now. Baseball is trying to keep from falling below hockey. Basketball is consistently building a worldwide audience so that they can actually try and impress the NFL.
Pretty much, yeah. They're trying to like beat the NFL.
You're looking at a difference of a fish that's floundering and a fish that's swimming in a fucking salmon that's swimming upstream to go get pussy.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with we need to appeal to everybody because you can't. I come from an Italian family. You can't make everybody happy. If you don't like it, fuck you.
But they're not trying to make everybody happy. They're just broadening the scope of the game. Those are two very different things. You have to more people.
But they're broadening the scope of the game, but they're changing the game. Like the only rule change I've agreed with in the last, and by the way, have we said it? Fuck Rob Manfred.
I said it earlier.
Okay.
Manfred man.
The only rule change I've agreed with in the last what was it, like 7 or 8 years, is this business where the manager will call in a new pitcher every batter, because that's not the spirit of the game. And that got out of hand. That's the only rule change I've really been 100% behind.
And the pitch clock makes so much sense because we don't need guys like Framber Valdez who has a 30 fucking second pitch repertoire to go through one goddamn pitch. Nobody wants to watch that game. Nobody wants
walking around. He's walking around behind the mound and shit.
I mean, but does that affect? But does that affect the pitcher's game? Because how would Greg Maddux was constantly thinking? How would a pitch clock affect Greg Maddox's game?
It wouldn't, because Greg Maddux has a more finite repertoire. Motion that he goes through routine. That's the word I've been trying to fucking think of for 30 seconds.
I knew what you were trying to say.
He has a simple routine. But we don't need guys like Framber Valdez that take 30 seconds per pitch. We also don't need those guys that between every at bat step out of the box, readjust.
I kind of see where you're going, because who was the guy when we were younger? What was his name? He played for the Cubs.
Yes,
and he took forever. What were the names on the tip of my tongue? Traxel. Steve Traxel.
Steve Traxel. No more.
Every time I went to a game and Steve Traxel was pitching, it was like, okay, here goes my afternoon.
Yeah,
exactly.
dude, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about, because they don't want that to happen, especially with the fact that they're pushing teams to build downtown, because it pushes more people into the area to build the economy around the stadium, which is something that is helpful to baseball and to the businesses around, because it incentivizes them to stay.
I think that's also detrimental, though, because it's destroying really cool. It's destroying great stadiums like Kauffman Stadium.
But listen, I get what you're saying to a point, but the fact of the matter is, if you have a team like the New York Yankees that is in a good area that produces consistent results, why should their profits be going to support a team like Kansas City that only invests in the roster about once every 15 years? They can move downtown so that they have more revenue coming in, so that the Yankees don't have to dedicate as much to them, and they can do more into continuing to do what they do and paying talent, which they've earned the right to do because they consistently produce results.
I mean, we could say the same thing about the NFL. Why should the Giants and the Jets support the Arizona Cardinals?
Exactly. No, you're 100% correct.
There's more parity in the NFL, though.
It's this is the problem with baseball. There is so much resistance to growth because of the spirit of the game. Here's the thing: resistance to growth is not something that baseball can afford.
Evolve or die.
I mean, I think I'll admit I'm a sentimentalist and I'm a purist.
You and every other 75-year-old guy.
The game I know is not the game I want. What did you say?
You and every other 75-year-old guy that watches baseball still.
Damn.
All right, says Junior Soprano over here.
We get it.
I get cherishing the spirit of the game.
I mean, I'm a sentimentalist. I'm a purist. I like the fact that I don't like the idea of clocks in baseball. Every other sport has a clock.
It desperately needs it.
Yeah,
it's
not like a rapid fire. It's rapid fire. It's not 5 seconds.
The whole point was a day at the ballpark, not an hour and a half, depending on how Garrett Cole is pitching.
Pay attention, though. Here's the thing. Here is why pitch clocks help a day at the ballpark, because when you go downtown, you go to a ballpark. You go. Let's use Yankee Stadium because you're familiar. You go down to Yankee Stadium, and now where it's at. You go down a couple hours before the game. You stop. You have a couple
before or after I buy my obligatory bag of dust.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
You go down. You spend a couple hours down at the ball, down around in the area. You go to the game. You're gonna have a couple of beers, get a hot dog, maybe go buy a fucking t-shirt. Then you're gonna turn around, leave it because you still have energy since the game is a lot quicker and you have a little bit more energy because that does impact what you do after the game. You're going to go back out and you're going to spend more money in the area.
Yeah.
And that's like do other shit.
That you're going to do other shit that benefits the local economy. That benefits.
They do that anyway. They've been doing that in Baltimore. They've been doing that in Baltimore for the last since 1990.
But think about this.
All right, fellas.
A game starts at 7. One more point on this. A game starts at 7:00 at night. If it's a 4-hour game, you get done with the ball. You get done with the ball game. You go home. The game ends at 9:30. You're going to go have 3 more beers and watch and watch other baseball that's going on around the country before you go home. That's why they have the pitch clock.
Sounds like a better day. It's a better day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Me too. All right, fellas. Good show tonight. Appreciate everybody coming through.
Will. Hey, Will.
What's up?
Go Big Red. Go Big Red, baby.
Dan's got to get to practice for his ska band.
It's actually.
And on that note, I want to say thank you for everybody coming out to the Sports Report tonight. We'll see you guys again next week right here on Facebook. Follow us on Twitch as well. We'll see you guys later. Have a good week, everybody.
Well, don't act like fucking Dylan Rello doesn't look exactly like Patrick Mahomes. He moves like him.
Will's beating Josie.
Throws like him and everything.
And good luck to your cat.
On the way out.
Hey, I'm for real, Ando. I'm for real.
Fuck Rob Manfred on the way out.
I hope your kitty's feline well.